this day in history, it's two pieces. One is sad news, and one is kind of good news, depending on your perspective. I know it's something I enjoyed, but some people weren't so much a fan of it. We'll go with the sad news first. In 2016 of April 3rd was the passing of one of my favorite Transformer singers of all time. Koji Wada passed away at 42 years old, extremely young, due to cancer. And this was very sad, because not just for like Transformer fans, where he was known for the singing voice of the Car Robots theme, Hono no Overdrive, which is easily my favorite Transformer theme song of all time.
You can set your time to it.
Yeah, Wendell knows, like back in the day, like 2000, like we're talking like, wow, like 18 years ago, this used to be my alarm clock. No joke. But for the anime world, a lot of people know him for the singer of the famous opening theme song for the Digimon series in Japan, Butterfly, which is also a really good song. I heavily suggest you go to listen to it. Very, very good song. And I mean, he did a whole bunch of really good music. He has a really good voice, and it's such a shame that, like, you know, not too long after he worked on the Digimon remake series, where he recorded a new version of Butterfly, he passed away.
Yeah.
And it was a real shock, and I remember it was such a shame, because he was such a talented dude, and a lot of his music was a large part of my life in college specifically. I remember going to college and listening to Hono no Overdrive and Hono no Overdrive and Butterfly, because those were just two amazing, you know, both those early 2000 songs from two series that I really liked watching back in the day. And just a real shame, you know. Just wanted to just mention him, because he was a really, 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 really talented dude, and he passed away way too young.
Way too soon.
Because, you know, like, man, just it bothers me, because it's just one of my favorite songs of all time from Transformers. And to go on a more lighter note, or a perverse note, today also signified the first episode of the Kissplay radio drama. Now, for people who don't know what that is Kissplay, which was the wacky Transformers series that fans either love or hate or raise an eyebrow to. All of this stuff was based around a radio drama, which was, there was this on-radio personality called the Rana Moe Tacho, who is a girl that was known for her photo books and bikinis and stuff like that. No nude stuff, just bikinis. And her moe look and her cutesy, you know, showing the peace sign next to her face, typical Japanese moe stuff. She had a radio show, and she was starting to transition the radio show to radio drama stuff, which is still a really big thing in Japan. And she did a radio drama series with two of her other co-hosts called Transformers Kissplayers Radio Drama, which was going to be a multi-part series fleshing out the human characters of Kissplay, which would be voiced by the three actresses, or the three radio hosts, based on the three characters from Kissplay, which was Atari, Xiao Xiao, and Marissa Fairborn. So it was the very first episode, and I mean, if you listen to it, it's very tongue-in-cheek is probably the best way to put it. There was one episode where Marissa Fairborn, played by, I forget which one of the girls it was from the radio show, but Marissa Fairborn is cleaning Optimus Prime, and then she goes to clean the inside of his car, and she starts cleaning his stick shift, and he starts getting excited.
Oh, God.
And it's sad, because they actually brought in the original voice actor for G1 Optimus Prime on the Japanese side of things, and just him going like, oh, you know, it's the whole Kissplay toy line was created because Takara, before it was Takara Tomy, Takara just saw like who were the people that were buying Transformer toys during that like 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004 era, and they saw that it was children, and adult males. And then they were like, well, what do those adult males also buy? And they saw that a lot of those adult males like to buy a lot of the typical anime PVC statues, you know, like of moe characters and cutesy characters and stuff like that. So they were like, well, why don't we just do a series that kind of has both? And that's kind of how Kissplayer was born. They did a series before that called Binaltech Asterix, where they released 3 Binaltech toys that came with little girly figures, and those did very well, actually. It was Binaltech that came with Illumina, Junko, and Aichan, and they did apparently well enough that it garnered to do a 4th release, which was going to be Marissa. They canceled the Marissa and then started the entire Kissplay line. They then had a manga series called Teletran Go 15, which then turned into the Kissplay series. They did the Kissplay radio drama that we're talking about today, which was then collected on the CDs that came with the Kissplay toys. And the rest is history. And Kissplay, like I said, it's always been one of those love or hate kind of series. I always thought it was I always liked it because I thought it was fun. I always feel that Transformers, you know, if it does something different, it's always nice to have, even if it's something that could be regarded as perverse. Some people, you know, they're very shrewd and prudish, and when they see something like that, they put their foot down and go, no, no. But me, it's just like, okay, sure, because I know that the guy who created Kissplayer specifically, specifically the manga artist for it, Yuki Oshima. He's someone who is just a parody kind of manga artist, and he does a lot of doujinshis and stuff. And he's actually a very close friend of Sakamoto. So you can kind of see the connection there. But he, you know, Kissplay, we knew it was going to be a short-run thing, not to be taken too seriously. It's not like changing your continuity. True. You know, it's just doing its own thing, and it was a fun little thing. And he was a regular guy at Wonderfest, and if you enjoyed his stuff, you know, here it was. But some people, they're just really offended by it. But I mean, not me. I thought to me it was like, hey, retooled alternator toys, which at the time, you know, alternators was our classics back then.
Yeah.
So I didn't argue with that. So retooled alternator toys. Not to mention at the time it was giving me a retooled alternator Rodimus with fishing poles, so I didn't argue with that. It came with music CDs, so you got the music, you got the radio dramas. Yeah, it had a little bit of a pervy edge to it, but really, if you've never been to Japan, well, surprise, that's kind of how about a good 80% of its manga is, and its anime. So for every Akira and Cowboy Bebop, there's 90 moe slice of life, you know, girly animes that are dedicated to selling little PVC figures and Figmas. So it's the name of the game. If you're offended, well, I apologize for that, but that's just what Kissplay was. So this was, in this day in history, this was the airing of the first episode, which would go on for, I believe, 16, 17 episodes, and then would continue on with another radio drama and then another manga series, and still exists to this very day. Kissplay still exists through Sakamoto's art that's found with the Transformer Legends action figures. The manga comics that are packed in feature a lot of the Kissplay characters today because Sakamoto and Oshima are close friends.